This is good for you. Rotate slowly.
Shoot the ones not boogied. Or no, never mind, never mind.
Get in the porta fort up top and beam him. No, just start. Start getting the finishes.
There's people not nice. There's only one left. Only one left.
It's a solo.
Right hand, right piece. Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
Good job, bro.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. 43 points first game. What is up, you guys? Razor here, and these are probably the settings I'll be using for the rest of the season, because this season's all about using an SMG mainly. I think the SMG in Zero build specifically is a really powerful weapon, either the Stinger, or instead of an SMG, you could be using a combat assault rifle. An AUG and a combat assault rifle or an SMG is all you really need this season. I really personally enjoy using shotguns, but I can see why people don't this season, for sure. Weapon swaps are kind of feeling like a waste of time this season for me personally. I think you just hold one gun out and shoot nowadays. That's just the way of the game this season. Hopefully next season swaps come back and stuff like that. But anyways, let's get right into these settings. I don't think any of this stuff is super important. A lot of this is preference, but I'll show you anyways. Damn, my brightness is cranked. I'm going to turn that back down live in the video. Make it look a bit better. 105. There we go. This is the Colorblind Mode I use on 10. Looks pretty weird at first, but I think things stand out. And try turning it down a little bit too. I do use a DualShock 4. Don't mind, I'm on a PC. I'm also using a mouse for the video. It's okay, don't freak out. But I'm a controller player, okay? And this is my controller cord. I do this all the time live on stream on Twitch, by the way. Right after I do something crazy, because I don't want to show you guys something that isn't me. I messed up my words. What I meant to say was I want to make sure that I show you guys I'm legit. But anyways, I'm not that good, don't worry. Rendering mode on performance. Beta. It's, what beta means is, I'm sure you guys all know, but if you don't, it basically means that's in testing. So they're testing this out still. Like, they're gonna bring it out permanently, like DirectX 11, but as you can see, the other one's in beta as well. So weird things tend to happen when you use performance mode. It may be an advantage. It may be a disadvantage. That's all I gotta say. Anyways. I was on West for the tournament last night, but my home server's on East. That's my best ping. That's where I like to play. It's also the toughest competition besides like Europe. Toggle sprint off. Auto open doors. Not my thing. That could be pretty cool. I might have to start using that, but nah, keep that off. Mantle activation, I like hold to jump. That's how I do really cool things. I do things. Hold the swap pickup. I have this all off, really. This is all preference, like I said. This is for building. I don't do that. Hud size, 65%. Personally, I think this is all preference too, so. If you're looking at your ping, like 24/7, I'd turn it off for a while, honestly. Unless you're in a tournament. Then that's the only time you should be really paying attention to your ping. Just call it out for your teammates. Say, hey, let's play this fight slowly. I'm on 300 ping. We got input, and this is actually an important page, so I'll show this off. Controller auto run off. Who cares about building? Let's get right into the sensitivity. So if you turn on use advanced options, these will not be able to be used anymore, because that's what you want. And we got 1.4. I don't build, so don't pay attention to my build settings. But here are my sensitivities. And I say sensitivities because hipfire and ADS I think in this game should be a lot different. That's my preference. But ADS is just for like pinpoint accuracy, and hipfire is more for centering your target, especially with SMGs. Like if you're using an auto shotgun, then you gotta be able to hipfire really well. But when you have a low settings like mine, you hit every single shot. This is why I use linear though. Linear, in my opinion, is so much better than exponential. It's ridiculous. That's just my opinion, though. Exponential feels like Halo. Halo 3 was fun, but that was a long time ago, so... And yeah, that's the rest of my settings. I don't have a foot controller. I don't like accelerating with thumbstick. I have that off. I think that will really help your gameplay, because pushing forward on your thumbstick and trying to control your vehicle is just not optimal. It's not ideal. Make sure you turn this to off. And then use your R2. I use R2 to drive. And that's why I'm actually accurate at driving. I don't know how to describe it. You can just say I'm a good driver in Fortnite. Here are my volume levels. This is kind of important in my opinion. I just turn these down. This will make the random dudes in pubs, like the NPCs, that's like the speaker just blasts randomly when I'm in the middle of a fight. So if you turn these down, they won't do that as much. If your cinematics do the same thing, they give you that that movie intro screen that absolutely blasts your ears off. I forget what it is, but I haven't seen it since I was a kid, so. But anyways, make sure you visualize sound effects. That's what everybody's using high elo. Turn this on if you're not using it, please. And yeah. I don't use mouse and keyboard. I haven't used mouse and keyboard since I got bored in Apex and dropped some 20 bombs. We got some controls, custom controls. I'm gonna move my camera, or I'm gonna turn my camera off for a second so you can see. So basically all I really switched was now I use X for my pickaxe. I use triangle as my previous weapon, and L1 to jump, because if you can jump very, very accurately, like I don't have paddles or anything, right? So if you have paddles, this is all preference by far, because you have way more buttons to play with. But for people that don't have paddles, like a DualShock 4 like me, or a DualShock 5, doesn't really matter, or an Xbox controller, doesn't really matter at all, to be honest. I would use your top bumper, your top left bumper, whatever it is, L1 or LB, I forget what it is, sorry. Just make sure you use it for jump, because if you keep your thumbs on the sticks as much as possible, that is extremely good for your accuracy. I've learned that through Call of Duty, I learned that through Fortnite, I've learned that everywhere. Apex Legends. If you're using X to jump, it's not really ideal. If you're using triangle to swap to your weapon though, that is some sort of, you get a couple milliseconds there to actually take your right thumb off the right stick, press triangle, you can't shoot in the time you're swapping your weapon anyways, gives you a few milliseconds to put your thumb back on your stick, and bam. But anyways, this handsome guy's back, and yeah, this is pretty much all preference too. Alright, well, those are my settings. Hope they help. And I'll be sticking to these settings for the rest of the season. Make sure you hit that sub bell. Set it to all posts, the bar that says all posts, and you'll actually get my video recommendations. You'll get my video notifications. That's how you actually get the video noties. If these work for you, make sure you hit that like button. If they don't work for you, hit that dislike button and tell me why. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Appreciate it. I'm out. Peace. But on my OBS, someone should clip that through there. Ooh, I love to be here. I'm so clean. No. Oh my god, I'm dead.